Hello, this is the presentation for the second deliverable for the Optimum FHIR team. So we actually are going to present two architectural solutions in this presentation. And the reason we're going to do that is because we're still working on getting into contact with Cerner. So our project is to build a bridge between Cerner and QGenda scheduling for Emory IT. However, we haven't been able to reach Cerner yet, so we're still waiting to hear back from them. Until we do, we've mapped out two potential solutions, and we're going to present both of them here. So the first solution is to have an independent client that periodically queries QGenda and makes update requests to Cerner. So what's involved here is we'd have a service that sits outside of either QGenda or Cerner, and it's going to intermittently poll QGenda's APIs to fetch any updates for staff or physician schedules within a configurable interval for schedules related to the interventional radiology department, who are our clients. And then this service is going to, or this client is going to utilize Cerner's APIs to make update requests to Cerner based on whatever deltas it finds and the schedules it sees from QGenda. So this solution could be implemented using AWS Lambdas, or we could have some more kind of persistent EC2 with an SQS backing for error handling. We definitely still need to meet with Emory IT to work out which solution, which tech stack they prefer. And we're waiting to hear back for them. And after that meeting, we'll pick what tech stack is optimal for implementing the project. So here's the architectural diagram we mapped out for this. There'll be Cerner, which has RESTful APIs, as well as QGenda. And we have met with QGenda and seen some of their APIs. So this intermediate service we have will periodically pull QGenda, and then it'll do some processing. And then based on whatever deltas it finds, it will update Cerner schedules using those RESTful APIs.
Our second solution is revolving around an integration built directly into Cerner. We have information, as Donna was saying, about QGenda, and that we will have to always poll for information, but we still are not entirely sure how much access we'll have into building modules or add-ons to the Cerner code base. So this secondary solution does not involve any additional architecture, and it's going to be a lot easier for Emory to maintain, but it's completely dependent on whether or not we are actually able to build in our own module into their system. So we have a fairly similar architecture diagram for the previous solution, but you can see that the main difference here is our service would now sit within or sort of hang on to Cerner directly. It would just be essentially code that we can execute to, again, pull QGenda, pull those calendar invites, but then immediately integrate them into the Cerner system. So it's a very slight difference, but I think the nuance is important enough to split this into its own separate proposed solution. So going forward, our plan is to meet with Alejandro to determine if we can actually write that add-on into Cerner. And if we can do that, we're going to try to go with our second proposed solution. We are a little skeptical in terms of the feasibility of how much editing we will actually be able to do, and how much access we will have to the Cerner system. So we will likely have to go the first route, but if we are able to directly add on, that is our preferred method, just for many reasons, including usability and maintainability. And as soon as we get that information, we can start coding and testing our software. Now, as a side note, because we don't have a lot of the necessary information that we need to kind of get started implementation on this project, we are not able to perform any of the Docker and Jenkins connectivity steps. But it's something that we will be quickly getting involved with as we get more information from Cerner. Here's our Gantt chart, our updated Gantt chart for Deliverable 2. Everything was pretty much worked out as planned, and we were able to meet our planned goals for this deliverable. Thank you.